I want to talk a little bit about the BBC Radio Cambridgeshire Make a Difference Awards. This is a big ceremony happening in September, and it's a fabulous chance to say thank you and to recognise proper superstars in our community. So have a think. If there's someone you'd like to nominate for an award, the full list of categories and details of how to nominate are on the bbc.co.uk website /make a difference. Go onto the BBC Radio Cambridgeshire website to have a look. You get the full terms and privacy notice as well. Nominations are open now. They'll close at the end of April, and we'd love you to nominate someone who you think deserves an award. One of the judges is the opera singer, the Peterborough opera singer, Gabriella Pineda-Rodrigues. And I caught up with her this week to talk about how she feels about being a judge.
Wow, it's an absolute honour, really. I was delighted when I received the email asking me to do this.
Have you judged anything before?
I mean, I've judged many singing things, sure.
But not an awards event like this. But given the pandemic, you were affected by it, like everybody was affected by it. And were you delighted and surprised by how much incredible work that many individuals did, like selfless acts to help out others during the worst of the lockdowns?
Absolutely. I think, during really difficult times, we always see the beauty of humanity. And that's a really wonderful thing.
The beauty of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness me, that's a wonderful phrase, isn't it?
It is.
And it did shine through in so many different ways.
Completely, from people setting up businesses to sell masks, from the company that I worked for, Lockdown Presents, providing live music to make people, we were all housebound, weren't we, to enable them to be touched and to still have a special day, like a birthday.
Let's go through the categories.
Okay.
There's the volunteer category, which is fairly self-explanatory. Community group. You've got fundraiser. And again, you look at how much people were fundraising during it, because, for instance, charity shops were closed, weren't they? The charities that would normally rely on money, suddenly that stream was switched off. So anybody that did anything to fundraise, you think of Captain Sir Tom Moore.
Absolutely, yeah.
The work that guy did was just so inspiring to so many others.
It really was.
So there's fundraiser. Then there's carer. There's great neighbour. Any good neighbours that you think of?
Yes. My old primary school teacher, Hazel Wildash, one of the most amazing people I've ever met.
So she would have been like door knocking on others. Are you okay? It's that kind of thing, isn't it?
That's completely her.
Yeah, I've got a neighbour called Lee, and literally when the lockdowns were on, he was just out there wanting to try and help the elderly that lived in and around, or houses in and around where we live. He just wanted to do their shopping for them.
Aww.
Anything I can get you, etc., etc. Then you've got key worker, environment, and the Together Award. So lots of different categories. And if you're listening this morning and you'd like to nominate, go to the BBC Radio Cambridgeshire website, click on Make a Difference, and you can read about how to nominate. If you think about your friendship group, Gabriella, how many people come to mind immediately who you think you could nominate for an award? Because I think if we're asking our listeners to do that, think about someone you know in your circle of friends or your family who's gone above and beyond in perhaps one of those categories to try and help others. Are there people that kind of jump out in your own mind from your own sort of friendship group?
Yeah, I think, everybody kind of did their bit, from even just the tiniest, simplest things of always making sure you're wearing a mask, or, like you said, just checking that people are okay, taking care of elderly relatives and elderly neighbours, going above and beyond with your own profession to ensure, which I hope very much I did myself, especially music. That was something I feel that could have really helped people pull through this really difficult chapter.
I think you make a really good point there. When you think of music, that chapter in time, that 2 years where the pandemic was with us, it still is with us. But in terms of the lockdowns and how different life became, what was it about music and maybe performing via Zoom, etc., that you think really helped people?
As I said, I think it created a sense of occasion for people for their birthdays or wedding anniversaries or anything that they wanted to celebrate, even Christmas. I performed to a man that was in hospital for Christmas Day for Christmas 2020, all his favourite Christmas songs, and that was really wonderful.
Yeah, and the kind of lift of spirit that music can bring, especially live music, during the pandemic. I think of so many artists that I liked suddenly on Facebook, instead of like being on a big stage somewhere, they were in their lounge, in their studio, in their garage.
That's the pandemic for you.
Performing. That's what the pandemic absolutely did. Okay, well, congratulations on being asked to be a judge.
Thank you very much.
At the Make a Difference Awards for the BBC. There's going to be a big ceremony in September. You're obviously invited to that. I don't know whether the powers that be can give you a nudge and ask you to perform.
That would be an honour.
Do you think that could be arranged?
Absolutely.
We can get the BBC's people to talk to Gabriella's people. Do a deal, make it happen.
Yes, let's do that. I'm fine with that deal.
Okay, well, we look forward to it. But what we need next is nominations for Gabriella and her fellow judges to look at so that we can select our winners. So, as I say, go to the BBC Radio Cambridgeshire website, click on the Make a Difference link. You can read about how to nominate. It's actually really simple to nominate. Think about somebody you know who's made a real big difference in the community over the past year or two and get nominating for these awards. Gabriella, enjoy your weekend.
Thank you very much. You too.
Good to talk to you.
You too.